You're listening to I Communicate with your host, Mark Altman, on Full Service Radio, AM 830 WCRN. Once again, here's Mark.
Welcome back, everybody. Glad to have you with us today. I'm here with Lisa Theoharides. She is purveyor of passion. I mean, doesn't that tell a story right there? A purveyor of passion. That is Lisa to a T. So, Lisa, I want to pick up where we left off before the break about visualizing and vision boards and things like of that nature. And, you know, I'm going to give a quick anecdote that I think is really important, and that is when a lot of people go on a job interview, okay, think about the environment of a job interview. Someone sits down, they're driving in their car to the job interview, sitting, low energy. Then they get to the job interview, sitting and waiting, low energy. And so much of presentation is having emotion and energy and enthusiasm. And I don't think people know how to turn that on and off. And so for me, one of the aspects of visioning and visioning board is getting yourself in a positive frame of mind, right? And so for me, like before I go public speak, I will listen to a song I really love that gets me, attaches to certain memories, or I'll go to ESPN.com because I'm a big sports fan or something like that. So talk about the different ways people can use this visioning technique, and just it's such a simple thing to implement.
Absolutely. You know, I remember a few years back, I went to Unleash the Power with Tony Robbins.
Okay, yeah.
And if you've ever seen Tony Robbins, I mean, he gets everybody up in the audience and has you jumping and just, you know, talking and saying your affirmations and, you know, great music, because that does shift your energy. And when you can open that up, I know we were just talking about this. It's like invisible cell phone waves, right? There's invisible energy everywhere, and you just want to vibrate at that high so you can tap into that high energy.
So, Lisa, like for those of people listening, I'm sitting there thinking to a portion of our audience, sitting there thinking, okay, so what you're saying, Mark and Lisa, is that if you're not in a positive frame of mind, you're just sitting there feeling down or disappointed or lacking confidence, and you're just going to say to yourself, no, I can do it, and everything's going to be all better. So for people who have kind of a fixed mindset, who think that you're just going to say a few words, and what are they missing? What's the piece they're missing to this?
It's connecting the words with an emotional state.
Okay.
So being able to, you know, play the song, get yourself in that emotional state, and really, you know, putting the vision out there, feeling it. When you feel it, when you feel what you're thinking, when you feel the words, you will start to shift. You just play, you know, I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's my song,
Me too.
right?
I like
So turn that song on, and my voice will be different if that song was playing right now.
That's a great line. That's a great line. So now you talked about the pictures of Aruba in your bathroom, or the pictures, and what's funny, you got me thinking, is that our first image when we wake up in the morning is typically looking at your alarm clock or listening to an alarm or your phone or whatever it might be, in your mind, right? Because you're already looking at, it's that mindset of, I have to get up. I have to get up, as opposed to I want to get up. So it really starts right there, doesn't it, Lisa? Mm-hmm. It really starts with that walking out of bed. So how is that part of the reason you put it in your bathroom? What was the mentality behind putting it in that location?
Well, I'm always in the bathroom in the morning, but I don't even get out of bed without saying at least 3 things I'm grateful for. So before I look at my phone or do anything and move, I say my gratitudes, because I know that that's going to set the energy for my day. When you can just stop and think about what you're grateful for and remind yourself and speak it out loud, your energy will shift just from doing that.
Is there a risk when you do that? So let's say I wake up in the morning and I say, I'm thankful for my family, I'm thankful for my friends, and I'm thankful for my job. Okay, let's just say I said those things. Is it a problem if people start to get complacent? Because if they're saying those kind of things, oh yeah, I know, I'm thankful for my family. So what about the complacency factor in going through that exercise?
Well, I use the word gratitude because gratitude just has a different energy vibration to it. And also, you know, it's okay to feel certain things, but add to that list and remind yourself. And if you write it down when you add to the list, because there is so much to be thankful for. And sometimes people get stuck But, and you can use, there are so many different things. I use an app called Think Up, which actually it's a great app because it gives you ideas. And sometimes we're just stuck in a place. So I'll look at that and it'll give me ideas, and then you can tape your own. So that's a great idea.
It is. And Lisa, when you talk about believing in yourself and you running into a lot of your clients who struggle in that area, how much do you think of that lack of belief is impacted by templates they had in their childhood, whether it be parental templates or any kind of adult templates? What percentage do you think plays?
Oh, it's almost 100%, yeah, right?
Right. And so what do you do when you assuming you have the self-awareness or the coaching or the support to start recognizing where a lot of your beliefs and habits have come from? What do you do to start reversing? Is it just the visualization and the affirmations? Are there other steps people take to start uncovering those hidden baggage, so to speak?
Oh, well, I work with some great coaches and I have some great accountability partners. I think first it's the people you surround yourself with. I mean, you are the sum total of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. And sometimes you have to reach and look outside of maybe family members if you're in an environment that doesn't support, your vision. Read books. Those authors will become your friends and your accountability partners.
Well, and when you talk about accountability partners, which I'm a huge fan of, I just over Thanksgiving I had some family visiting, and one of my family members was telling a story to a friend of mine, and they said, "Well, Mark, how well we know you." And I was thinking to myself, I don't see this family member very often. I don't feel like they know me very well at all. I love them and they love me, but we evolve so much over time that 5 people you're talking about are really ideally the people, aside from family, maybe including family, that know you best. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, and you have. I tell everybody when I coaching people that you came into this world like a blank slate, and it's almost like a computer, right? You had a box and somebody else had the keyboard and they were typing away. And so it's like the cup. You have to continually pour water in, clean water, to disperse the dirty water, right? And continue to fill up your pitcher, because as you give and you continue to drink every day from your pitcher of, positivity, you just have to keep refilling it and refreshing it.
Lisa, one of the concepts I think in an accountability partner that is lost, and I would love to get your expertise on this, is I think sometimes people are ashamed if they need an accountability partner. There's this aspect of, I should be able to do it myself. Why can't I get motivated to do this myself? And I actually think quite the opposite. I feel like if you have the courage and confidence to know you need that support and help, it's something that should be championed, not be ashamed of. So what do you say to someone who has issues with feeling like they're insufficient because they need help from somewhere else?
All of the great leaders and great teachers, look at the athletes. The athletes surround themselves with the best coaches. If you have a child, you're searching for the best coach, to help your child and grow, because you only know what you know and you don't know what you don't know. So looking to other people to help expand your awareness, expand, your thinking, and push you beyond the limits, because we have this sabotaging self-control stop button that just wants to protect us. And we need other people to help break down those barriers so we can keep going.
So Lisa, if I'm listening to the show today and I'm kind of taking all this information and I'm processing, and I'm thinking, you know what, boy, Lisa has a point. I gotta get up and I gotta build up that perseverance. I gotta fight for and advocate for myself and so on and so forth. And they're looking for an accountability. What are the 3 most important ingredients, whether it's a coach, an accountability partner, whatever? They said, if you're gonna go do this, make sure they can do blank, blank, and blank. What would that be?
Well, I would definitely, have a conversation with them, make sure that they share your same values. I would ask them their past history, like what are their experiences. So, you want to feel comfortable that there's somebody that has success helping other people. So definitely look for some resources or some testimonials. That would be one thing.
Okay.
The second thing is somebody that can show up. Did they show up for themselves? Someone has to show up for themselves before they can show up for somebody else. You have to lead yourself before you can lead other people. So is that somebody that I would want to have leading me? So that would be the other thing.
So that's a great point. And so that brings me to something I wanted to get into on the show today, and that is, how have you been able to lead yourself? What have you gone through in life that you've used to be a great coach and to guide and inspire and motivate other people?
Wow. That's a loaded question.
Just a few things, right, Lisa? Just a few things.
That's a loaded question. But, life sort of takes twists and turns, and, having retail stores, for one example, going from dental hygiene into owning retail stores, and 20 years of that, ups and downs. I mean, I've lived it. I've ate it. I've breathed it. So
okay, so Lisa knows we're going into break, so she's being very humble right now and very succinct. So when we come back, Lisa's going to tell you what is an amazing story of perseverance and how it guides her. This has been I Communicate, Finding Your Voice. We'll be right back.